Good morning, y'all. I'm on one with Coffee Talk and Morning Thoughts and my Christmas mug that everyone's throwing shade at and my Santa, which brings me a lot of joy. So, you know what? As Marie Kondo says, if it sparks joy, keep it. It sparks joy inside of me. All right, today, talking about something that I've had on the last 2 calls with clients that I want to bring up. I feel like I have talked about this before, but I think that it's important to say this multiple times because we forget. And that is that just because we decide we want to stop a behavior or start a behavior doesn't mean the thoughts are instantly going to stop. So, for example, smoking. I've never been a smoker, but I'm just going to go with this. When you stop smoking, you probably don't lose the thought, the desire, the craving, the urge to smoke. So let's say it's day 4 without a cigarette. You're probably thinking about smoking a lot. Maybe it's 6 months after. Maybe it's 6 years after. The thoughts may still be there. The goal, the desired outcome, the end result is getting comfortable sitting with those thoughts and urges. And I remember in treatment talking with a therapist, she said, "What are you going to do if you binge and purge?" I almost started crying because I couldn't even talk about it. I was so terrified of even the thought. I was like, I'm not gonna. I was like, you don't understand. I won't do it. I'm not gonna. It's not gonna happen. And, I think looking back, that was pretty telling to me that if I did binge and purge, that there was gonna be no going back. It was very black and white. And so it's getting comfortable having those thoughts and urges and not acting on them. I told a client this morning that I still, I'll see a ginormous chocolate cake in the grocery store and think, wow, I could buy, because I used to do this all the time, I could buy that whole thing and go sit in my car and eat the shit out of it and then throw up and then just go my whole day. And, there's a hit of endorphins with binging. It feels really good, really fun for a second, and then it doesn't. But it's not expecting these thoughts to go away. Ultimately what it is getting comfortable feeling an emotion, because that's all that it is. Nothing is physically hurting you, attacking you. If it is, then that's a different conversation. But it's literally a thought, a vibration in our body that we get practice, that we get comfortable sitting with. Okay, there's the chocolate cake. You might notice yourself that scratchy skin feeling. That's what I used to feel like. I was going to scratch my skin off. I couldn't do it. And it's building up some time maybe before the action. That's what kind of my call this morning was okay, maybe you sit with that feeling for 5 minutes. Then you do the action. Maybe you sit with that feeling for 5 hours. Maybe it's 5 days. And you just start building that trust up that, oh, I can sit with this feeling and it's okay. And I think I read somewhere that the actual feeling lasts 90 seconds or something. But when you're in it, it feels like 90 minutes. And so I don't want to underestimate that. It can be challenging. It can feel like life or death. That's why you continue acting on the same behavior, on the same urge, on the same thought. But the purpose of this video is to just remind you that when you're changing something, when you're changing a behavior, when you're trying to not do whatever or start doing whatever, there may still be the thoughts there. And that's okay. I don't think we talk about these thoughts in our brain enough, which is why I try and be super transparent, is because we're all thinking the same shit, but nobody wants to admit it. We have such guilt. We have such embarrassment about these thoughts that are going on in our head that, in fact, are super common. But we retreat back. We think something must be wrong with us. Why am I thinking this? I'm the worst person ever. How could I even have this kind of thought? There's nothing wrong with you. I would bet money more people than not are having the exact same thoughts as you, but nobody talks about it. And feeling that something's wrong with me, what's wrong with me, I don't know what I'm going to do, that's where the problem lies, because you are having the thought. It's like getting comfortable having those thoughts. Like, oh, I really want to go binge my face off right now. I really want to go punch that person in the face. I really think that guy looks hot and want to kiss him. Whatever. They're just thoughts. It's okay. But when we try and resist it, when we try and shove it down, like, oh my God, what's wrong with me? I shouldn't be thinking this. I shouldn't be thinking this. Oh my God. Like holding a volleyball or a beach ball underwater, it's inevitably going to come up 10 times harder. So the next time you're having those thoughts, let it come up. The resistance of trying to suppress it, trying to push it down, that's the discomfort. The thoughts are going to come and they're going to go and they're not going to hurt you. It is okay. And it's getting comfortable letting them come up, inviting them in, have a seat, grab a Diet Coke, and not having to act on it. Not having to resist it, push it down, try and ignore it, try and run from it, try and sit on your hands not to do it. Oh my God, I'm not going to, what's wrong with me? It's like, oh, there it is. Of course it's here. I've been having these thoughts for a long time. Taking a deep breath, acknowledging, and then letting it go. All right, just to recap, just because you decide to change your behavior, start or stop something new, doesn't mean instantly everything in your brain is going to change. It takes practice. I still think about binging on chocolate cake occasionally. I still think about having a vodka gimlet with extra lime on a hot day after a run. You know, I haven't done either of those things for a long time. It's okay. All right. Have a great morning.